What's going on, y'all? Your boy Darius the Great here, back again for another video, and boy, oh boy, it's time for a death battle. Frieza versus Megatron. Now, this is something I'm very intrigued by because I am, of course, a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, man. Frieza is not my favorite Dragon Ball villain. He's like my second. I used to hate him, but Dragon Ball Super, specifically the Tournament of Power, made me love him so much. But obviously I know, lots about Frieza. Megatron, not as well versed on, I never watched the G1 Transformers series. I only watched like a few cartoons here and there. Of course, the Michael Bay films and the non-Michael Bay, well, he's not in the non-Michael Bay films yet. Anyway, so, but like, I don't know a whole lot about Megatron. I did some digging on like his comic history and like the IDW comics, I believe. Apparently Transformers comics get like ridiculous to where like they're dealing with like concepts, of just like the concept of death and like time and space and all that stuff. Is just like, it's weird. So I could see why, if they're going that route, Megatron might, stand a chance against someone who was a planet buster before he became golden. Frieza was a planet buster in his base form. So anyway, I don't know, man. I'm ready for this. Of course, before we get into this video, do me a favor, man. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Help me get to 300 subscribers. It is merely a goal on the highway to 1,000 subscribers, man. So help me out there, man. Like the video as well. Helps with the algorithm, all that good stuff. Without further ado, man, let's get it to the death battle.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by NordVPN and BetterHelp.
All right, man. I know what Frieza's bringing to the table,
Frieza, the Dread Emperor from Dragon Ball.
What is Megatron bringing?
And Megatron, the Decepticon commander from Transformers.
The
When
Decepticons.
these two dictators collide, the cosmos will tremble.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
This message is
And
for all
it's our job
those
to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find
seeking
out who would
refuge.
win a death battle.
We are here. What I've done.
Deep in the bowels of
All right.
outer space lies a monster so cruel, so callous, so evil that the universe itself
quite so.
trembles at his approach. Behold, the mighty Lord Frieza.
Oh, he's adorable with the horns and that floppy tail and the...
Murdering everyone in the same saga.
side? Oh, awesome.
Frieza.
And he's laughing. Cool.
Frieza's diminutive stature
love the
and
Japanese
faux gentility
laugh.
were intentionally deceptive and rooted in a surprising place. In response to the Japanese economic bubble at the time, Frieza's design was meant to evoke real estate speculators.
What?
Series mangaka Akira Toriyama has described such speculators as the worst sort of people. Yes, really.
I guess you could say Frieza is more than meets the eye. Oh, wait, shit, that's
Not
later.
yeah.
Much is unknown about Frieza's alien race and heritage, only that he and his
Freezer.
father were born as mutants with abnormally high power levels.
Oh, like how the doc said my blood
Grape
alcohol
soda.
level was 0.8 straight out the womb.
He likes
Frieza
Yamcha.
was so crazy strong that unlike most Dragon Ball characters who transform to get stronger, Frieza transforms to get weaker. So he doesn't like accidentally nuke a planet, only intentionally.
With his father's empire and army at his beck and call, Frieza would cross the universe, conquering worlds
Frieza?
one by one
Oh,
and
nail.
selling them to the highest bidder, just like real estate speculators.
And if anyone objected, he'd just kill them, their entire family, and everyone
No.
they ever knew. Just like real estate speculators. While he usually lets his weird, multicolored alien grunts do his dirty work for him,
Yep, the Frieza
Frieza's
Force.
not afraid to throw down himself, especially if some spiky-haired space monkeys start getting too uppity for their
Hello,
own good.
Frieza's
monkeys.
strength comes from his innate understanding and manipulation of his own ki, or life energy, which he can use to enhance his physicality or manifest into projectile attacks.
Like his classic Death Beam, Death Bow, Death Wave, Death Cannon, Death Saucers. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
sensing a theme here.
Yep.
Frieza can move mountains with his mind, fire laser beams from his eyes.
Can't have a move
create
called the
ki
Death
force
Star or else they
fields,
get
and
sued.
he even learned to sense the ki of others through sheer observation alone. He's fast enough to keep up with Goku's ki attacks, which, scaled to the ki he absorbed for his spirit bomb against Kid Buu, could move across the universe in less than a minute. That would be over 17 quadrillion times
The hell is a
speed of
sextillion
light.
and a
He's
quadrillion?
gotten even stronger and faster since then.
You know you're a badass when you can stroll into Planet Vegeta, a planet filled with people whose
I don't
only
remember
higher
seeing this.
aspirations involve murder and
Yeah.
hair gel, and talk shit like
Oh,
your
that's the
own
Bardock
place.
movie, I
And
think?
he got so
Okay, I
paranoid
remember
about
that.
one of them getting strong enough to kick his ass that he blew up the friggin' planet.
Considering Planet Vegeta has 10 times the gravity of Earth, this would mean it likely has 10 times the mass and 100 times the energy required to overcome its gravitational binding energy and destroy it. That's over 5.3 Yoda tons
It's
of
ticking down to
TNT.
0.
And that was in his weakest form. Too bad he kinda missed a spot. Or
Right.
several, because a bunch of Saiyans survived to fight another day.
Yep.
Space
They were going on a
genocide
different
just
planet.
ain't what it used to be.
This would come back to bite him when he was finally forced to confront the Earthbound Saiyan Kakarot, and accidentally ended up being the reason he turned into the legendary Super
Iconic
Saiyan.
moment,
Like
dude.
the albino dildo he is, Frieza has survived being
Hey, look
pounded
at Broly
by Broly
beating his
for over
ass.
an hour straight.
Yeah,
crushed
for an
by Goku's
hour.
Spirit bomb, and then split in half, consumed by an
Y'all, I want you to realize him getting split in half and still talking shit like he was to Goku. There's nothing like it, man. Nothing like it.
exploding planet and left afloat in the vacuum of space.
He can survive without the vast majority of his body, though unlike other Dragon Ball villains, he can't heal on his own.
Didn't help him that much after he got his ass sent to hell, but because of that dragon in his balls, he was back at it again.
And with just 4 months worth of training, the first time he'd ever trained
First
in his
time he
entire
ever
life,
trained.
Frieza was able
Dude.
to achieve a new transformation.
That is
capable of
ridiculous.
surpassing the Super Saiyan, Golden Frieza.
That's a level of laziness I aspire to, Wiz. DeviantArt Frieza here. Let's
gotta love it,
keep
man.
up with Super Saiyan Blue Goku and
Toriyama's so
Vegeta.
lazy, I love it.
Significantly weaker Super Saiyan God Goku could blow up the whole of Universe 7 in a punch clash with the God of Destruction,
Woo!
Beerus. And the shockwaves of their punches were able to reach the edges of existence in only a few seconds. Over 270 quadrillion times the speed of light.
Oh my
And that
God,
was
anime
before
is
so
ridiculous.
many
I
years
love
of
it so
power-ups
much.
and training between then and now.
Totally crazy, but nothing
Black
compared
Frieza.
to his newest and greatest form.
A transformation capable of surpassing Goku's Ultra Instinct and Vegeta's Ultra
haven't read the manga, by
Ego.
the way. I just know
Their
this stuff
peaks
happened.
At this point. A transformation even stronger than Gas, who was wished to be the strongest
the hell's Gas?
in the universe.
He literally said F you to the Dragon Balls. This is Black Frieza.
The all-seeing Oracle Fish had prophesied the coming of the universe.
Him being called Black Frieza and the fact that he calls Saiyans monkeys, man, it's just kind of... It's got the money too.
Strongest. And perhaps he was talking about Frieza all along.
Come on, give us another
That's why I want
prediction.
Super to come back. I want to get to
Oh.
this stuff in
Wiz,
the
I
anime
think
itself.
You're gonna die.
The show.
No, for some godforsaken reason, he didn't use his newfound power to kill those pesky Saiyans. It's
called plot armor.
There, you moron.
In fact, he once committed the archvillain's greatest sin and teamed up with them to save their universe and beat
Yep.
Jiren, a being comparable to the gods of destruction.
Because no one's allowed to destroy the universe but him.
And that's a promise he means to keep. This almighty emperor will continue to rule the universe with an iron grip and a heart of ice.
I wonder if they'll ever kill him again. I mean, like, death means nothing in Dragon Ball, but, like, still. He's just around.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see
Megatron.
yourself become the villain.
Or you live even longer
We
and
were
become
brothers.
an 80s toy commercial. This is Megatron.
Primary source is the G1 continuity presented by the 1980s cartoon and IDW. Good lord, here we go. Here we go.
In Cybertron's ancient past, the planet was ruled by the Functionist religious order, which decreed a Transformer's natural-born alternate mode
Is that
determined
Death
their role and status in society, rather than letting them choose for themselves. Born into this repressive caste system, Megatron of Tarn dreamed of something more.
So this giant Hasbro toy robot, only $5.99 at your nearest Rite Aid, wrote a manifesto on
Rite Aid,
peaceful
God.
dissent that got popular with the oppressed Cybertronian working class. So much so, in fact, that the Senate tried to have him assassinated. Whoa, politics alert!
After surviving that brush with death, Megatron was convinced that peace could never be an option. The only path left to overthrow the crippling social order was violent revolution.
So were the Autobots originally the bad guys
Right.
here? Optimus Prime, more like Optimus Prime.
I knew he was
Never
going
say
there.
that Megatron wasn't committed. The civil war he started between the two groups lasted 9 million fucking years.
What is this from,
And
a game?
again, remember, toy robots.
He was aided in his war efforts by his
Yeah.
immensely powerful fusion cannon, a giant laser bazooka that can
What
hit
is
targets
this
from
from? I didn't
12
know.
miles away and level a small town in a single shot. These projectiles are so fast, they're able to exit the atmosphere from ground level after only a single
Panic
second.
bubble?
By scaling the distance of the Earth using the angle of this shot, the fusion cannon's projectile must be moving over 4,200 times.
What does
the
a
speed
panic
of
bubble
sound.
do?
But like me, the fusion cannon needs a little time to
Before Megatron's cannon can recharge and unleash another blast.
recharge between
Okay.
shots. So Megatron's got some tools to keep the job going. He can close the distance with his Energon mace and block blows
Wow.
with his Energon shield. It helps that Megs literally fought as a gladiator before his stunt as a revolutionary.
Megs.
Megatron can fire lasers from his eyes and arms, launch buzzsaws strong enough to slice through solid rock, fly through the air, and open up a force field known as a panic bubble.
Now, it might seem like a huge flaw that it lets enemy combatants inside,
Uh-oh.
but that's only until you realize it won't let them back out
It'll
again.
make 'em panic.
That's when the panic part comes in. Megatron's not trapped in
He's gonna say it. He's gonna say it.
there with you. You're
locked in here with me.
him.
Megatron's Cybertronian body is strong enough to match the Autobot leader,
Shout outs to
Optimus
Watchmen, man.
Prime, who can toss around oil tankers weighing hundreds of thousands of tons. And Megatron's metallic hide was tough enough to survive an explosion so massive it launched the entire planet of Cybertron through space.
By taking a look at Cybertron's mass
What?
and how fast it was sent flying to get its overall kinetic energy, Megatron must have survived a
hell?
blast equal to nearly 4.5 nenatons
Alright,
of
what is
TNT,
octillions now?
enough to annihilate a small star. He can even keep up with Decepticons like Starscream, who can fly across the galaxy from
Starscream.
Earth to Cybertron at hundreds of thousands of times the speed of light.
And he wouldn't be a transformer without being able to transform into various vehicles.
He transformed
tank,
to a gun, right?
stealth
Yeah.
bomber jet,
And a gun!
Yep.
Just a gun. Walter B-38, in fact. I'm sorry, Wiz. I know he's this tragic revolutionary corrupted by the cycle of violence or whatever, but that is the funniest
He turns
shit
into
I
a
have
gun.
ever seen. What,
No
does
wonder
he
they
have,
didn't do
like,
that
his
in the
Deceptive
movies.
buddies point him at people and
Live
fire?
action movies.
Sometimes he can fire himself too.
Oh my god. That looks even sillier.
You may
I
be
know.
laughing, but Megatron is no joke. By utilizing space bridge teleportation technology, Megatron can establish a remote link up to a nearby black hole and teleport the antimatter it produces to his location.
Through his eyeballs.
Should matter and antimatter meet, they will be mutually
Yeah,
annihilated
annihilation, yeah.
in a brilliant release of energy defined by E equals MC squared. It doesn't matter how durable the matter is, it will be destroyed at the subatomic level.
As Megatron's war for control of Cybertron dragged on, all of his highfalutin ideals started to fall to the wayside.
In essence, there used to be a point to the war. Now, war was the point. His only
What is
goal
it good
left
for?
was to rule Cybertron with a literal iron fist.
Absolutely
That's
nothing.
where Megatron's greatest weapon came into play. His mind. The dude is a strategic and tactical genius who's always thinking 10 steps ahead.
He's fought powerful Transformers like Grimlock, Predaking, and the Decepticon, a being with the power of an entire
The Deceptor what? The Deceptor what?
evil universe behind it.
He and Optimus have even fought Nova Prime and Regenesis Shockwave, both of whom could utilize the energy of that same universe.
Megatron once sealed himself inside an Omniglobe and commanded 1,000 real-life battles at once, funneling every iota of relevant information into his brain at the same time. The sheer deluge of data would be incomprehensible for anyone without that supercomputer brain.
But all that robot ass kicking ended up as a draw, and the only true loser was Cybertron.
With the planet in ruins and its civilization extinguished, the Cybertronian Golden Age was long over. And the vanguard of its destruction was Megatron.
Wow.
Who's now a crusty Saturday morning cartoon villain with a voice that sounds like he smokes 40 packs a day and a hate boner for his boneheaded second in command.
Did he just kick him while he was down?
Starscream.
After countless millennia of a humiliating stalemate with his Boy Scout rival, Megatron's brilliant mind finally turned inward.
Really?
He remembered that his early writings advocated for peaceful conversion and free thought instead of domination.
It took you 9 million years to remember why you started fighting in the first place.
Yes,
Would that
right.
memory get lost in the cloud?
That's
And what was
hilarious.
possibly his most surprising tactical move yet,
He joined the Autobots?
Megatron saved the universe from annihilation
How?
as an Autobot.
What?
What?
He realized that after millions of years of indefinite war, the ideals that he fought for, freedom, justice, equality, had switched sides, and Megatron had to as well.
Turns out there was more to this supervillain than met the eye, because true to his nature, Megatron transformed.
Wow, dude. Wow. Just on like the character side of things, man, the Michael Bay movies did not do Megatron justice at all, because he was just very generic evil transformer, right? That's nuts. And some of the stuff, obviously, I would like to amend my earlier statement where I said like there's nothing quite like anime when it comes to just how ridiculous it is. There is. It's called comics. Comics and anime are like the two just most ridiculous forms of media. They take it to levels where it's just like, bro, how do you even comprehend, how do you even quantify like all that's going on? So, you know, still my gut feeling is Frieza. And that's it's still like a bias maybe, but like as crazy as some of that Megatron stuff seemed, I still feel like Frieza, considering the fact that he was like a planet buster in his weakest form, and they mentioned Black Frieza. I know in like the Vegeta versus Thor death battle, they used Ultra Ego. So like they're using manga stuff as well. I gotta go with Frieza on this one, but we'll see.
All right, the commands are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's see here. Come on, Frieza. Cybertron. There it is, that saucer. Oh, multiple. Just do it from there, Frieza. Just
Greetings, noble warrior of planet Cyber whatever. I, Lord Frieza, claim this world as my own.
Is that the,
Cheer for me or face annihilation?
that's the Team 4-Star voice actor.
My planet for eons. I would rather see it turn to ash than reside in your filthy hands, organic scum.
I love it when they monologue back.
Yeah, there it is. Cybertron's probably too much. I don't know. Oh, he blocked it. Okay. Nice. Sending it back. Shouldn't do anything to Frieza, though. At all. He just ate it? He just ate it! Oh.
I'll have to construct a new mothership from your corpse.
Final already? Okay. I wasn't expecting two back-to-back, you know, 3D animated fights. It's pretty cool.
What's wrong? Is that clunky robot body too slow to keep up?
My wits should more than suffice.
Panic
you
bubble.
Blithering ponce.
Oh. Death beam. Whew. Okay. Come on, Frieza. Take out this Robo Monkey. I mean, it's not a Saiyan, so they can't call him a monkey, but you know. Whoa. Nice. I feel like the animation is even better than the Cole versus Mercer fight so far. Like just the animation is really impressive.
Where did he go?
Like really impressive on Frieza.
Huh?
Oh, turned into a tank. Because he doesn't know they're Transformers. That's interesting. Yeah, of course he wouldn't know. Golden. Yep, there it is. You got the music too. Ugh. And like the camera angles they be doing every single time he transforms. Every single time. That, yep, he does all of that. He still has to go black. Sounds so weird. Ooh. Okay. What's the move here, Frieza? Hit him with Cyber... Is he hitting him with Cybertron? Oh my god. Are they about to fight in the core?
This just always happen. I give it 5 minutes.
Yeah, you don't know what a minute is, Frieza. This man doesn't know what minutes are. 5 minutes, man, was 5 episodes.
The mighty Lord Frieza,
Uh-oh, here comes the antimatter.
ruler of a dying planet. My planet. Where is your army? Where is your ship?
Come on, turn black.
So powerful.
Once you turn black,
you will wander the depths of space for
you don't go back.
eternity.
Come on.
All because of me. What a fool.
You
There it is.
treacherous worm. I'll torture you until your screams can be heard in the vacuum of space.
This should be it.
Die a fool's death.
He should be able to withstand it, right? Come on. Come on. No, he's good. He's good. He's still there, right? But there we go. There we go, Frieza. I'm about to
You
say
will die by my hand.
he can survive as a torso. Yeah. Let's go, Frieza. Let's go. As a torso, man.
Batranians must kill them all.
He's gonna murder the entire planet.
Wrong again, Frieza. It was actually 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Nice.
Idiot. Megatron's ruthless resilience may have netted him a win in some scenarios, but Frieza's overwhelming power gave him a clear edge.
Yeah, I knew it.
Megatron's ace in the hole was his antimatter, which would have a
Beerus claims destruction energy can destroy matter and release energy, which is similar to antimatter. Yeah, it is complete and utter annihilation. Okay. Frieza has resisted being engulfed by destruction energy, and so could theoretically resist antimatter, though this is speculative. That must have happened in the manga, because I don't remember that in the show.
annihilated Frieza's ass no matter how tough it was.
And that was a real possibility. Megatron is a master tactician and manipulator with millions of years of combat experience. Frieza, on the other hand, has always relied on his raw power and intimidation to win fights.
When things don't go his way, he has a tendency to
Throw a tantrum.
freak out.
Exactly.
However, Frieza has survived getting most of his body obliterated and kept going.
Which meant the antimatter wasn't a surefire win. It would have to completely cover Frieza's whole body before he could react. And Frieza was way too fast for that.
Yeah.
While Megatron scaled to characters who could cross galaxies, Frieza has kept up with Goku, who should be at least trillions of times faster.
And on his smaller size and key force fields, Frieza had more than enough ways to avoid, defend, or survive the antimatter.
So Megatron's only option was power. While Megatron has survived planet-busting
Gotta be fast, so much
explosions
more
and even
powerful,
fought with a
more
being
defensive.
that had the energy of a universe
Physically
behind
inferior,
it,
yeah.
Golden Frieza was just too much
Bigger
for him,
target.
considering he certainly surpassed Goku and Beerus' Punch Clash. Since Universe 7 as a whole should be over 13 times larger than our own universe, Frieza's super forms would far exceed Megatron's own power.
And that feat happened at the beginning.
golden
of Dragon Ball
Megatron form
Super.
exists?
Goku has gotten leagues stronger since then, and Black Frieza is currently beyond him. There was just no way Megatron was strong enough to keep up.
Megatron
Black Air
was
Force
a
energy, man.
devious foe, but Frieza's power, speed, and sheer survivability allowed him to
Ironically,
crush the Decepticon leader.
Turn him into a
underfoot.
torso.
I guess you could say Megatron was cool, but Frieza
Was cooler.
was cooler.
The
He
winner
would hate that
is
joke so
Frieza.
much.
Thanks for watching, and hey, are you a Death Battle member?
Great
We've
Death
got a
Battle,
ballot
man.
going on right now where members get to choose a matchup for the next season.
What's next?
So click that join button and jump into our Champions Discord.
Is it something I know? Don't think so. I don't recognize anyone. I haven't watched either of those. Yeah, I have not watched Jujutsu Kaisen or Chainsaw Man yet. I actually want to watch Chainsaw Man, like when it first dropped, but I just never got around to it. But yeah, I'll probably skip that one. But this was a great death battle. Megatron's, feats and whatnot were much more impressive than I recalled, and at least what I recall from what I looked up. So maybe that stuff wasn't like IDW comics. I don't know, but it still was a lot more impressive than I was figuring for Megatron in general, right? But Frieza, man, I tell you, when it comes to Dragon Ball, there's just the nature of Dragon Ball is just that they will always surpass limits. They will always be more powerful. Like, the power scaling is ridiculous. The power levels, the upward climb, it just never stops, man. it never stops. Like, I don't know, like, if there can ever be a limit in how strong they make these characters. But, I mean, I guess if you're going to make things fresh, like, if you're not going to fully retire characters like Frieza, like, you know, Goku, Vegeta, and let guys like Gohan and, you know, Goten and Trunks take over, they're just going to keep making the characters we love and know from the very beginning, you know, Goku, Vegeta, people like Frieza, whatnot. Like, they're going to keep making them so powerful. Like, I guess you could say, like, the one limit is Zeno, right? Because Zeno is, like, the most powerful being of all time and all that stuff. So, like, there is a cap. You just have to... It's all about how close can you get these characters to literal God, right? So, but anyway, Megatron put up a hell of a fight, but hey, Black Air Force Energy Frieza wins. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, go over to Death Battle, subscribe to them. They put out great content. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.